Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It is me, Lasty here. Welcome today to a brand new episode of the FIFA 23 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Today, once again, powered by my awesome sponsor over at Elgato. Down below in the description, ladies and gentlemen, will be a link to my Elgato profile page. You can go ahead and click that and learn more about all of the products that I use to help create my content every single day. I highly recommend them, as I literally use this stuff. Without them, I have no idea where I would be. So yeah, thank you once again to Elgato. The link is down below in the description. Go and check it out. And let's get stuck into episode number 284 today. Today, what I've done, and I hope you enjoy, is we've played the first 10 games of Weekend League. We're going to do an SBC to start. We're going to change our team. We're going to go into the first 10 games. And then I'm going to switch it over to Live Lasty at the end of the episode to do one of two things, depending on what comes first. Either I get my compensation TOTS packs and we'll do them live reaction, or I'm going to get enough XP that I can do the 1 of 5 shapeshifter pick thingy. So we'll see which one of those comes first. And the other one will probably be in like tomorrow's video. So the SBC we're doing is GG Buffon. I figured with this being a premium SBC, so he gets chem, this could be a way for me to get full chemistry on my team and have a really decent looking centre back for the Weekend League, because he is obviously very tall, 6'4", 6'5". He looks pretty good. I mean, yeah, he's got a little bit of a pace split, but the acceleration is still not too bad. And he's pretty quick overall. And him alongside Becker, I think, is going to work very, very well. Both of them, obviously, premium chemistry players or premium shapeshifters. And this is the squad that I put together. However, oh, no. There's definitely some changes to be made there. This was the squad that I sort of had, but I believe the squad that I actually changed to is coming up after the next transition, right about sort of now-ish. There we go. We've brought back in some Serie A boys in Cuadrado, Szczesny, Teo Hernandez, and also Milinkovic-Savic. So, yeah, I mean, the front four is going to be Upamecano and Bellingham as cams, wide cams, which I don't know if is ideal, but I do quite like both of them out there. And then Mane and Cech up front. So that's what I've put together. You can see what I'm doing now. I think in this little clip, I switched Buffon and Becker around, thinking that Buffon was left-footed for some reason. It wouldn't really matter because he's 4-star, 5-star, but then I realised, obviously, Buffon is right-footed. I don't know why I had him down in my head as left-footed. It's quite odd, but either way, he's 4-star, 5-star. So, yeah, we're all good. We'll play him as that. We'll play that back four as it looks there, so that we've not got two centre-backs swapping over during the first attack. That would probably be not the greatest of ideas. So into champs we go. Excuse me. A decent squad to come up against first game, like, well, as in, like, the squad is decent. It's probably not ideal to come up against it. But Petr Cech, just like, 1, outpacing Kimpembe, 2, skilling and ball rolling and scooping past the goalkeeper and finishing. Like, it just shows you all about what he's all about. And yeah, he's obviously very, very good. But this game was not going to be just as simple as I'd hoped. He does get back into it, and it took me a couple minutes to get back into the lead, but we did that via Sadio Mane, and we're 2-1 up at half-time. Nearly should have 4 goals based on the XG, but my opponent should also have a couple. So into the second half we go. That little ball roll thingy, scoop thingy from Mane worked really well, and then I saw on the mini map down below that the keeper was rushing out, so I thought I'd hit a little Trivela, and luckily it went in. And then we can just some nice quick passing, gets it into the box, and super sub Rudiger does the damage enough to get me a 4-1 rage quit from game number 1. Lovely, lovely stuff. So it's always nice to win your first game of the Weekend League. Sometimes I actually have a better weekend if I lose the first one, but it hasn't happened for a few weeks, so we shall just move on and go with whatever really happens. Couldn't quite understand why my opponent here had a lone Todibo in his squad as a centre-back, considering the other players that he had. But a good goal there from Milinkovic-Savic, showing that he's not just all about being tall and clunky. He can actually move a little bit and score with a nice finish as well. poor from me there with that choice to do the skill with Petr Cech. I should have just ball rolled it past the keeper or something like that. That probably would have worked a bit better. But luckily, it fell to Bellingham. Bellingham scored the goal, and we can get the 2-0 rage quit. Good stuff. So, next game. Is this guy going to be any good? Well, this was an interesting one because, as you can see, I dribbled really well there with Upamecano to weave in and out of the defenders to turn them so that I could have enough space to shoot. But my opponent was quite good at just getting the ball to Kane, who is, what do they say nowadays? Automatic. He just works and he just bangs it in the back of the net. You can't give him an inch of space. Because if you give him an inch, he'll take a mile, and he will score that goal, of course. But I'm 2-1 up. Make that 3-1 with a red time shot there from Petr Cech. I'm surprised that one still found its way into the back of the net. But, of course, I will take it. And yeah, we're 3-1 up at half-time. Pretty good situation to be in. However, a little bit more pressure was applied at the start of the second half. Eventually, he managed to get that goal there with Harry Kane. But I responded within a couple of minutes. So I'm 4-2 up, 20 minutes to go. We should be all good here. Martinelli scores a header from a corner. And then just, I don't know, just sort of carved me open more than once. And unfortunately, I'm going to lose this game. I was 3-1 up, 4-2 up, and I've lost it. So I don't know whether I didn't change anything, but whether or not this guy made some pressure adjustments or formation adjustments to make that work for him, I have to give it to him. GG's. But it was a frustrating one, of course, after being 2 goals up twice. Don't think I should have really lost that one. I should manage to sort of stay in the lead a little bit better than that. It was poor from me. But with a frustrating loss comes a free win, pretty much. The very next game, it only took 4 minutes for my opponent to rage quit that one. I'd had 3 shots in that time. So, yeah, he was obviously not going to stick around for too long. And the next opponent has basically a full icon team, apart from his goalkeeper, who was Lafont Foot Birthday. So, a bit of an odd squad to come up against in June/July. These games were Friday, like 11 o'clock onwards, I think. So quite early Friday during the day. Don't know when the second batch is going to get played. I don't know whether I'm going to play it Saturday or who knows. I don't know. I fly away on Monday, so I've got to get it done some point during Saturday probably, because I need to save some time to edit and pack and stuff. So yeah, I've got to get on top of all of that. But 2-2 in this game against the icon team, and I realised that Zidane was just making Cuadrado look a complete fraud. So at 2-2, I made some adjustments. I brought on, I think I put Theo Hernandez, who was at left back, into right back, and I brought Jordi Alba on. I thought that would really calm Zidane down, but actually, as you can see, that goal comes from that side again. So maybe my opponent was just decent with his Zizou, and I rate it because I love Zidane. So yeah, of course it annoyed me, but I was also fairly impressed. And as you can see, he gets something else from it. He gets he gets a penalty. He doesn't get another goal because he tries to do the classic Zidane Panenka, but unfortunately for him, did not go in. I stayed down the middle and saved it. So I am 4-3 up at half time. I really need to just score a nice quick goal in the second half, and then he'll probably rage quit. Yeah, perfect. Lovely. That was exactly what I wanted. It's almost like I knew that was coming. But yeah, just a really quick start and a nice counter-attack at the start of the second half. Got me the dub. Surprised he quit there because he kept getting back into it, didn't he? But next game alert. My opponent's got some all right players, but not the greatest of squads. But I guess if he's a good player, then I'm going to be in trouble. And that was exactly what this guy was. Best person I've played against so far this weekend. Made my players almost look like I was playing in delay with just the sheer rubbishness of them. Nothing wrong with the gameplay whatsoever. I was just up against someone that knew how to break me down and get past me. So no issues with that whatsoever. Can quite happily quit at 3-0 after 19 minutes, move on into the next game, and forget that one ever happened. So yeah, J-Pert9, you were decent, better than me at least. And then we come up against another icon squad, and I'm like, is this a thing? Is there some sort of objective for this? But turns out, like I said, you know, when we had a difficult defeat in the last game, the next one's a really quick rage quit. And my opponent gives me a win. And I'm like, wow, okay, what have I done to deserve this? So there's our first actual free win of the weekend. We, of course, noticed that he's also on Xbox, so drop him a message to say thank you and move on into the next match. And then my opponent has a very nice team, and he has centre-back Frankie de Jong, which I didn't really know existed, to be honest. But it turns out this guy was just, literally just passed it around the back, kept the ball, kept passing the ball, it was so boring, honestly. 77% possession and 50 passes in 17 minutes. It was just, I weren't staying in that game. That was going to wind me up, and so fine, have your little win. I don't really care, mate. We'll move on. That game, safe to say, annoyed me with the play style. But Milinkovic-Savic, after 4 minutes in the next game, absolutely wellies one home with the green time power shot from distance. And then Petr Cech does the smart move. I had so many attempts on goal by the 26th minute in this one that I was like, finally, I score the second goal. I'd smashed the bar. I'd done all sorts. And after 32 minutes, still at 2-0, my opponent had enough. Honestly, I feel like I was peppering his goal quite heavily. So, we'd already had 8 shots in that half. So that one was kind of very one way in respect to me shooting on him constantly. But next opponent has TTV in his name. Don't know if he's a streamer. However, he was a kickoff glitch or kickoff abuser, whatever you want to call it. I tried to do it back to him. I'm not good at doing it. So yeah, I'm not really going to complain because I did attempt to try and make it work, but I'm rubbish at that. Scored a nice header with Petr Cech. He ends up going back into the lead with Lewandowski, Red Lewa. We've got him, of course. Hasn't featured for us in weeks, though. Should I be bringing him back? I don't know. We'll have to see. I've got so many good attackers that Lewandowski and stuff just don't seem to feature anymore. I've also got that Lautaro Martinez somewhere, haven't I? But we make it 2-2 with another back post Petr Cech. Decent one. And as you can see, 2-2 at the end of the game. I'd hardly touch the ball, 60-40 possession, but I'd had a higher XG with some better chances. And this was really the type of goal that this guy was scoring, just like getting it down to the byline, squaring it across. I have to say, I'm not a massive fan of that, but he was also very good with his dribbling inside the box, so it is what it is. I definitely got annihilated in extra time. Something, obviously, once I'd gone a goal or two down, I think I put myself on constant pressure and a lot higher depth and everything. And, I mean, that was either going to get me back into the match or I was going to lose heavily. And unfortunately, I ended up losing heavily. So that's fine. It's not too big of a deal because we're 6-4 after the first 10. If I was going to make any changes to this squad, I think I would bring out Cuadrado. Maybe I can see if I can fit like Orsolini in there. It's probably going to drop Kem a little bit. But hey, if he's better than Cuadrado, then it won't really make much of a difference, right? Other than that, I think the squad stays relatively the same. It is time to now move over to Live Lasty for whatever comes next. Either some sort of player pick or TOTS pack compensation. I don't know yet. Good luck to you, Tom, whatever it is you're opening. Okay, what's up, everyone? So I have received 4 Team of the Season packs as compensation. I should get 5, so I don't know if I'm going to get the last one given to me or not. But to be fair, I'll take 4 out of 5. That's fine. But maybe there'll be another one. I figured I'd end this episode simply by opening up these 4. Hey, let's hope we don't get any duplicates. And let's maybe try and get something really good. We shall see. But yeah, let me know if you got anything good from your stuff. An actual TOTS here. It's going to be Brazil. CDM from Man United, a 94 rated Casemiro. I did have him in the club. I was hoarding him for ages, and I recently submitted him into an SBC. So I believe this is not a duplicate, and I'll take the 94 rating as a decent high rated card. Considering this could be any TOTS from any league, we got a Prem TOTS right there, so I will certainly take that. We're going to go all the way to the end this time and see if we can get like a decent moment. No actual TOTS this time. It's going to be Brazil, left wing. Oh, Martinelli from Arsenal. 2 Premier League TOTS in a row. Are we going to need to get compensation from this compensation? Does this just include Prem TOTS? Well, we shall find out as we open the last couple. I actually really liked Martinelli when I used him before, so I think he needs a spot on the bench. Good card, this one is. Is it 5-4? 5-4? No, it's actually 4-4. I thought he had 5-star skills for some reason, but I guess it's not a shapeshifters. Team of the Seasons didn't have the skills and upgrades everywhere, did they? What are we getting this time? A Moments. Come on, be a good one. USA centre-back. Oh, that's bad. That's Carter Vickers. That was from the very first TOTS from Community, and it is not that great. Hey, it's a little bit of fodder. I'll stick it into an SBC. I don't mind that, but yeah, it's certainly nothing to write home about. And then the final one that they've given me so far. Will I get another one? Who knows? I'm going to go for Moments Neymar. Cool. No, actual TOTS. This time it's going to be German left mid from Bayern, 91 rated Leroy Sané from the Bundesliga TOTS. Not the greatest, but hey, a lovely piece of fodder that I can put into whatever shapeshifter SBC comes out that I quite fancy doing. You know what? I'll take that. Thank you for the compensation. What was it actually for again? It was so long ago. Was it the fact that it was called a TOTS or TOTS Moments and there were no moments actually in the packs? I think that was the case. So I've opened mine. None of those players are going to go directly into the starting 11. However, Martinelli might get a spot on the bench. Just because I do remember really enjoying him. But who does he go in over? Like, honestly, like, Diaby is still cracked. Let's, for now, just stick him in the reserves. See if I can find a spot for him. I might even need to try and find a spot for Martinez as well, because he's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, I'll figure it out. Does he deserve a spot over any of these players? Over Vitinha, maybe? Probably not. Over Diaby? Maybe he gets in over Diaby. I don't know. But for now, we're going to end the episode here. If you've enjoyed, do me a favour and smash the thumbs up. I'd absolutely love to see 1,000 to 2,000 likes. Subscribe as well if you're new to my channel. Cheers. And come and follow me on social media. The links are down below. Have a great day, everyone. Take it easy. I'll be back again tomorrow. Look forward to seeing you then. Peace.